So you're building big systems and you're running into a problem, and that is power. Well, look no further, because on today's show, we're going to bring you a brand that provides solutions right across the board. Of course, we're talking about Excess Power, the legendary brand who is bred in the competition lanes and now has an incredible offering from everything from the latest technology, including lithium, to direct fit and much more. I've got product expert SHAWN Mayo in the studio with us, and we're going to break it all down. This is CMA Connected, brought to you by SiriusXM, all about excess power. And it starts now. Welcome to the show, everybody, to another session of Connected here on CMA Networks, brought to you by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu, and on the menu today is power management. In fact, this is a problem that we run into often when we're dealing with customers who want more thump in their trunk. They need more power resources. Well, Excess Power is not only a brand that specializes in this specific category, but has been doing so for 15 plus years. And we're going to get the skitty on what's going on, the latest products, the latest technology, because I have a feeling lithium is definitely going to come into today's conversation. Now, SHAWN, thanks for being here with us once again. You, of course, are a competitor yourself, so you understand exactly what I'm talking about here. What can we expect to discuss on today's show?
Hey, Ben. Thanks for bringing me on the show. Excess Power Batteries is really happy to be here and be presenting at CMA Fest. So thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm going to give you several good options and things we're going to look at as Excess Power. D-Series batteries, SUPERBANKS, and especially our very hyped up and very sought after, exciting thing to talk about, our lithium direct fit and modular series.
All right, SHAWN, it looks like we're going to dig deep into the Excess Power catalog. But before that, a quick opportunity for our special partner, SiriusXM, to remind you dealers out there why you should love it. And when we come back, I got SHAWN Mayo from Excess Power. Don't go away.
Hey guys, Ricky Lima here from SiriusXM. I had a chance to speak to some dealers and ask them what they love about selling SiriusXM. Here's what they had to say.
Coast-to-coast coverage.
I love SiriusXM for commercial-free music.
It's a great add-on sale and a profit opportunity.
We love selling SiriusXM because you can listen to the same channel coast to coast.
Profitability and ease of installation. It's a no-brainer.
We love selling SiriusXM for its ease of installation, great profitability, and reliability.
People love it.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. Now, SHAWN, let's set the stage for our listeners here. You know, Excess Power is a brand that does something and does something specifically and super well, but there's a reason for it. We're talking many years of history within this category, and really from a group of people who are passionate enthusiasts themselves.
So, Ben, it's funny you mentioned that about being competitors by competitors and our 15 years of history and kind of why we build for a purpose. So myself, I've been a competitor for almost 10 years now. Our owner, Scotty Johnson, the founder of the company, was also an avid competitor even before founding the company. So that battery technology and pushing the envelope and pushing the standards of what is considered normal and just pushing towards excellence and being the forerunner of all this new technology is at the heart of what we do. And most of that is because of our want of just a better product, a better performing, giving you the best opportunity and the best experience you have with a product such as ours. And we've been pushing that for over 15 years now, which is the reason why we are very well known within this industry, as well as other industries as well.
All right, SHAWN, we're going to get into it. As you know, we're all car audio nut jobs over here. So we're going to go through all the different categories that you discussed. But I think we want to start with something that I feel is a little bit of a game changer. And to be honest, quite unique as an offering in the industry. Let's start right at the top with the very popular Titan 8 series. But more specifically, let's talk about the direct fit application.
So that's a great topic to start off with. And I know that's the one we've been fielding the most questions for, is these Titan 8 direct fit versions. So we make them in multiple BCI housings. So 65, which is common in diesels and 3500 series 3/4 ton trucks, 48s, which is becoming much more common in most OEM applications from the factory, even the sizes down to the 30 series Powersports applications. We make direct fit lithium options for a variety of different sizes of these direct fits. So you don't need to change a lot to modify. The previous issues with lithium, especially underneath the hood or in primary starting applications, is you had to make modifications. You had to change the charger. You had to be careful what your alternator was. You had to do multiple things to be able to accommodate. And that the lithium Titan 8 Power S5 series specifically and S6 gets rid of those. So basically you can go under the hood, most of them. You can do many different things, such as no need for a specific lithium charger anymore. You can have a high output alternator as far as up to 300 amps per, which is a ton compared to what an AGM could. Being able to just swap that battery out, put a new one in, controls an ability to power up to 7,000 watts with a 15-year lifespan, ability to run with AGM batteries in line, and be able to experience over 1,500 cranking amps. Not to mention, you're saving 40 plus pounds over your stock 34 size battery or 55 pounds over your stock 65 batteries. So the ability to incorporate these has made it extremely appealing to the general enthusiast who want to try lithium but may not be for sure on it yet. So this is a great opportunity to discuss that.
I gotta say, Sean, I think this direct fit, it seems to be the trend that the industry is taking, and it's what consumers want. When the consumers see that there is a battery that's a perfect fit replacement, there's a certain sense of confidence, and I believe that'll certainly help propel the sale further. Now, we're going to stick on Titan 8 because the next category I'm going to ask you about is probably the one that I see the most when it comes to car audio installation. Guys looking for that extra juice, that extra power reserve. And a lot of the times these batteries are installed in different parts of the vehicle, and there's a reason for that. So why don't you tell us all about the popular Titan 8 modular series?
So the modular series is our best-selling Power S5 Titan 8 version at this time. So there's good reason for that. The Power S5 is 5x7x5, so it's extremely small, but it has built-in bus bars on the inside that allows the user to connect up to 4 positive and 4 negative audio size 0 gauge wire into the bottom, through the bottom, connected into the built-in busing underneath. There is no other battery out there that has that ability to discharge that much power for one in that small size, but be able to hold that much wiring without exposed electrical connections sitting there. It allows an opportunity for a very sleek install, a very safe install, a properly mounted install at a very small case. Now, it's easy to add more of these too. Let's say you're looking at doing 10,000 watts instead of 5,000. They come with a built-in bus that's about this long that connects to the side that literally will allow you to connect multiples in line, as many as you want, with probably a minute of connecting those bus bars up. That'll pass energy through, no different than putting 2 parallel batteries in. And again, these can go under the variety of different seats given the height and their safety, making them a personal favorite in shops, in audio installations, and especially among distributors nationwide.
I strongly recommend installers take a look at these Titan 8s, especially with the way that you can install them and how modular they are. You can bus them together. So many different options that these small footprint, high power batteries can offer you. I think that image that we've seen earlier there just kind of gives you an example of just how far you can take it. Now, obviously Titan 8 being at the apex of the offering, but there's also a place still for AGM technology, and Excess Power does AGM right at a more affordable price point as well.
So our Excess Power D-Series AGM batteries is the flagship of Excess Power. And to be honest with you, it's probably what started the excellence of Excess Power. And it's kind of been our flagship of the last 15 years. Even with lithium being such a huge topic and a huge topic of interest, the D-Series still reigns supreme as our best-selling product. And to be honest with you, because it is the best in sealed lead acid energy storage technology. It's a 3-year warranty, 12-volt battery in a variety of different applications. You have the highest cranking ability, highest amp power, and to be honest with you, it's the heaviest because we pack so much virgin lead and electrolyte into our batteries as much as possible, again, pushing the limits of even the very best products in comparison to try and bring you the best experience. So a lot of our customers are still using D-Series that are 5 and 10 years old that are still working daily. And a lot of that is because of our excellence in our build and our materials and our craftsmanship, and just our strive to excellence in our purpose-built applications for batteries such as the D-Series, which has allowed Excess Power and our distributors to thrive with that sort of unparalleled reputation.
Now, if you've been a car audio buff as long as I have, then we all remember when the capacitor was a big deal. Well, Excess Power has kind of taken that to the next level by offering a series called SUPERBANKS, which I thought would only be for car audio application, but I think Sean's going to correct me there.
So that is correct. Even when I first started, I was very assumptive of the idea of SuperBanks and capacitor technology being just a mobile electronics and an audio product, which is very mistaken. So a lot of applications, or any applications that require a quick starting application with not a lot of amp hour behind it, can be used where a SuperBank can be used there. Up to 1,500 farads in one battery is what we can stuff into one of these. Now, for example, in the old days when you're used to seeing capacitors, these were 5, 10, maybe 50 tops. Our standard versions come up to 630, 500, even 1,500 farads. And the reason for this is when a battery, when a SuperBank is connected with a battery, such as let's just use an example of a postal service application that continually starts the vehicle, stops the vehicle, starts the vehicle, and stops the vehicle hundreds of times a day. These batteries have to discharge a large amount to start the vehicle, which is the most important thing a battery does, is start the vehicle, and it's the hardest thing it does. A SuperBank basically buffers that initial blow and allows the AGM battery to have less of those heavy discharges, therefore prolonging its life. Now, not only is that impressive, but a SuperBank has more cranking ability than an AGM battery. It's a lot lighter, usually 10, 15 pounds, is extremely inherently safe, and can even last over 30 years. Many opportunities available with SuperBanks, under the hood safe. So many opportunities to add those to pretty much any existing system.
So there you have it, some information on when a SuperBank application could come in handy for a future install. Now, at the top of the show, we heard Sean talk about purpose-built and how Excess Power has diversified their offering to provide specific product for specific categories. Our next one happens to be Powersports, and it's called the PS Series in AGM.
So our PS Series is relatively new to the Excess Power lineup. A lot of this was, again, that driven by enthusiasts, which is us. We're avid users. We have ATVs and side-by-sides and boats, and a lot of that Powersports application process kind of came away from our own need for a good, strong AGM product in those applications. And even in today, we make lithium and AGM options for a variety of different Powersports and marine applications. Even our Titan 8 versions, our AGM products, and multiple other sections have Powersports derivatives, Powersports part numbers, direct fit applications, and many other opportunities within the Powersports region. We only expect our mobile electronics side with the Powersports sector in mind to continually grow with partners like Import-Sale.
So for those of us who are kind of new to the power sports arena, which obviously is growing at a very fast rate, what are some of the unique characteristics within this series that really separates it, so it's really meant for that power sports customer?
So we're very excited to debut a lot of our power sports applications, and even our wildest ones, with one such as the Power S530Q. Now, the 30 series size is very commonly known as the 30 or the 30L in power sports. It's extremely common, if not the most common power sports size out there. So the cool thing about the Q is it's quad terminal. It's got 4 terminals on top. So if you're adding audio or you're adding other applications, you have a whole another set of terminals that connect with it that are connected internally, but that have ability to connect as many things as you feel like you can fit on the top. Now, the cool thing about that is not a big deal when you may be running, a stock setup, or just running a Razor and ATV. But when you're running thousands of watts, those extra terminals make a difference. And again, to my knowledge, we're the only one that's offering that sort of quad terminal style housing.
And on the topic of application specific or for category, what solutions does Excess Power have for marine application? Because I could only imagine there could be different specifications that are required for that environment.
So our XP series is very, very common within the marine world and the power sports world and the audio world. So we primarily founded this for an XP as a supplemental reserve battery. Now, if you've got a Group 31, which is our XP 3000, you've got our Group 27, which is an XP 2500, or you even got a Group 24, which is our XP 2000. We offer multiple opportunities to use and utilize our cutting edge products with the XP series. Now, the good thing about the XP series is that it does still boast a 2-year warranty, and it is a very cost-effective version, even in comparison to our D series. So just because you want to save a little bit of money on your marine batteries doesn't mean you have to save performance, and that's where the XP series comes in by Excess Power.
All right, so Sean, we've kind of done the rounds of a couple key products that dealers need to know about. And I wanted to finish our conversation by demonstrating that Excess Power also has dealers covered, because you offer a great selection of not only chargers, but also specialty accessories as well.
So we offer batteries that are capable of lasting over 30 years, even AGM batteries that are still in the market, still in service, still in the field, that are over 10 years old. Now that is obviously very long for an AGM battery. And up to 30 plus years is longer than you're going to own your vehicle this is going into, to be honest, probably. So unless you're like us, who likes all kinds of vehicles. So the cool thing about these is one of the components and one of the key factors of having a good battery and maintaining good battery habits is maintaining good charging habits. And that's where having a quality charger comes in, whether it be lithium, AGM, SUPERBANKS, or even power supplies. We make multiple different opportunities, such as our power supply chargers, which do recovery mode, power supply mode that regulates your voltage, all the way into a regular charging profile mode. We make higher amperage ones all the way down to an 8 amp cost-effective charger that can be had for a little amount of money to encourage your longevity. If you're looking for longevity, not only with one of our products, but with all of them, having proper maintenance and habit is key to getting that long-standing performance and livelihood that you can expect with our products. And our chargers and our accessories follow right along with that to be able to plug into your life.
And that was battery specialist SHAWN Mayo joining us from Excess Power, breaking it all down. Multiple different options in AGM and lithium, and that new direct fit Titanate. Very, very cool option. So if you're looking for more information, I do encourage you to check out their official website displayed here on the screen. And if you happen to be a dealer in Canada tuning in, well, you've heard Sean make reference multiple times to Importel, who is one of their distribution partners here in Canada. On that note, of course, I had to knock on the door of a good friend, the 12-volt Viking, Mr. Jaron Gelmaland. Jaron, this battery category, was somewhat new to Importel a few years ago, but it's grown quite a bit. Excess Power is building a name. And what do you think is the future of this relationship with Importel and Excess Power providing these battery solutions to Canadian retailers?
Yeah, certainly. It's only going to be an upward trajectory of where the business is going with Excess Power. They make a great product, like Sean had touched on, that people have been using the same Excess Power batteries for 10 years plus. And it just goes to show how good their batteries are built and the research that they put behind them. And not even just for audio systems. Everyone goes to batteries for audio systems, and certainly the battery is the starting point of the audio system. You can't have anything else without a battery. It's right at the start, but people need to look into other applications too. There's benefits of having lithium and AGM batteries in your vehicle just as a starting battery. Even if you don't have a big audio system in it, there's certainly benefits to it. Some of the OEMs are even going more towards that in the new vehicles. They're doing AGM batteries, and some of the higher end vehicles are doing lithium batteries as well. So it's something that can be trickled down within the category and people are looking for. So I think there's certainly room for growth within the Excess Power and Importel, and we're just going to keep growing because they keep coming out with great products like the Titan 8, and we'll just keep snowballing from there.
No doubt in my mind, Jaron, that as Excess Power continues to push the envelope on these new technologies like lithium and the direct fit, as you mentioned, it's certainly going to grow from there. So it's great to see that the network and the supply chain is established. Now, I want to pick your brain a little bit. For other dealers tuning in, what have you seen as far as applications that have been really popular amongst especially the 12-volt retailers out there? What are they using and what are they ordering the most?
Yes, dealers most often are still looking for the D series battery. That's the bread and butter of Excess Power. Guys are adding multiples if they're doing big SPL systems, or if they're replacing an underhood battery, they're also using a D series. Lithium is that next generation. It's still relatively new for people. We are seeing traction on it more and more, especially having those Titan 8 and 8s out now. you're reducing your footprint and your size. Instead of doing multiple D series, you're doing multiple lithiums, but it is up on the upper price point. So it's those serious systems that those are going into with space constraints, but it's really going to put that SPL system to the next level, get you more notches on the meter, if you say that properly. Certainly it's the future is coming now with the lithium batteries.
I want to take this opportunity and thank my two guests today, both SHAWN Mayo from XS Power as well as Jaron from Importel. And in my closing comments, this is an easy one. XS Power knows what they're doing. They know what they're doing because they are enthusiasts and passionate about this category. If you are a car audio shop building big systems for your customers and you want to optimize that system with better power source, make no mistake, XS Power has you covered in so many different ways. Whether it's the classic D series, which we know is the staple, the go-to battery for everybody, or if you want to, get into that higher end, newer technology, lithium stuff like the Titan 8 that they're offering, modular, smaller footprint, lighter. Absolutely, that is what you should be at least trying for yourself and then pushing to your customer. At the end of the day, whether it's marine, Powersports, AGM, or lithium, XS Power is a great choice to be your partner in the power supply category. That's it for this CMA Connected, brought to you by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu. Until next time, we connect.
There's never been a better time to have SiriusXM with over 150 channels in your vehicle. Your Platinum Plan offer includes more than ever before to enjoy online, on your phone, or at home. Create your own ad-free personalized stations powered by Pandora. Hear ad-free extra channels and enjoy favorite shows with SiriusXM Video on Demand. What you love is on now.